Yesterday on TDR, we covered the first day of executive orders and actions from the Biden administration and gave him a lot of credit for a number of different things that were done in the areas of climate change and the response to COVID, immigration and other areas. We have a little bit more, we wanna update that. So one of the big ones that I was calling for what feels like a couple of months now is the invocation of the Defense Production Act for vaccines, testing, and PPE. So this is a thing that Trump could have done. He could have done in the run up to the vaccines being available to make sure that the supply chain was there. He chose not to do this. That's why we have run out of our stock of vaccines, at least temporarily. And that is one of the best things the government can do to make sure that we vaccinate as many people as possible. So they are going to be doing that. This is a thing that the president can do on his own. And it's a good sign from the Biden administration about how serious they're taking this, that they have invoked that so quickly after inauguration.
I mean, this is the benefit of having a federal government, is the ability to do this. And I just have faith that they'll give it back. Like everybody, they'll say, yes, here is a steady source of income and a life-saving tactical change. And I don't think anyone can disagree with that. So let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
I'm curious to see. This is the sort of thing that, in theory, I could see Fox rallying the American people against, implying that we shouldn't do this. I'm sure that they're already freaking out about the mask mandates on federal property. I think he is instituting, or has already instituted, a requirement for masks on planes, because apparently that wasn't a thing this entire time. People were just flying in a big recirculated air box in a pandemic. But good to see. Should have been done months ago. So many lives in theory could have been saved if Trump had taken the pandemic seriously. Nobody expects that. But in any particular case where he could have sort of taken it seriously, many lives could have been saved. But in addition to that, other changes that were made since yesterday's edition of the show, increasing benefits for food stamp beneficiaries by 15%, expanding access to the supplemental nutrition program and increasing the benefits of that as well. These are important, especially considering that both the public health and the economic aspects of this crisis have affected those at the lower end of the socioeconomic ladder far more than those at the top. Obviously, they need those benefits. He's also directing the Treasury to speed up delivery of direct payments. I would like to see that comboed with recurring payments, but that's something. Protecting benefits if workers reject COVID risk jobs. So if you are unemployed and you have the possibility of taking a job, I believe this is just federal workers, that would expose you potentially to COVID or increase the risk of you getting it, and you turn that down, you could lose your federal benefits. This is a protection so that you are not put in a position where you have to choose between money and the safety of yourself and your family. As well as restoring collective bargaining protections for federal employees that were stripped away under the Trump administration.
Insanity that was stripped away.
Yep.
Here's my justification for the protect benefits if worker rejects COVID risk job. Yes, because when you do, they always ask you, are you looking for employment? Do you have proof that you've searched for employment? And then built into that is like, we want to make sure that you're not just like sucking at the government teeth. I just want to say that for everyone that's talking about basically warning us against this concept that the American worker is now taking advantage of a system. No. The system has taken advantage of the American worker. And you don't need to understand anything beyond this one little fact. The blue collar workers in America have become more productive and basically more efficient, and their companies have gotten more out of their work over the last half of a century, but not really gotten compensated accordingly. So really the system does owe them and has owed them and has gotten away with owning them for a very, very, very long time. And in the one single year period when those workers are like, I actually need you to pay me at least the interest on the loan I've given you.
Yeah.
Anyone who drags their feet is a disingenuous, evil J-hole.
I was wondering where that was gonna cap out. I'll take it, and I agree.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.